Hi, Mick and Tricia, just recording a quick video to say congratulations on 20 odd years in the ministry. We absolutely love you guys to bits.
Yeah, we just want to say a massive thank you for the last four years that we've been part of the church. I think right back at the start, you made us feel so welcome and made us feel such a part of the family. And one of the things that's really stood out for me over the years is just how much kind of care and concern you've shown for us as a family, how much you've supported us. And we just really love and appreciate you for that. And we love the church family that you've built. And so we're just so thankful that we became part of STC and we've had these last 4 years with you guys heading it up. And we're so grateful for all that you've invested into us as a family and how much you've encouraged us over these last few years.
Yeah, so all the best for the future. We love the fact that you're going to be part of the church family and we still get to see you guys every week. Well, hopefully soon every week. So yeah, well done. Thank you so much for just obeying the call of God on your lives, for investing your time, your energy, your love, your life into STC. And you've just impacted so many people's lives, more than you could even realise. So thank you so much. And we'll see you again, hopefully very soon.
Hi, we're the Kemp family on holiday, and we'd just like to say our little thank you to Mick and Tricia at St Thomas. Joanna?
Thank you for church.
And for youth. And thank you for making me laugh during your sermons.
And we just want to say thank you for all the great things you've done for families during your time here.
And I'd like to say thank you for setting up St Barnabas Teaching Centre and using Greek in your sermons. Thank you very much, Mick and Tricia.
Thank you.
Hey Mick and Tricia, Liz and Johnny here. So many memories. What an amazing job you've done at Crooks. I turned up in 2002 from a little place in Northern Ireland after a tribal training team told me that Sheffield was a good place to hang out for university. And I came looking for somewhere to call home, and that's what I found at Crooks. And it happened just as Philadelphia had multiplied and there wasn't very many people about. But I found home there under your leadership. And probably one of the most significant memories of your ministry is the conversation we had prior to me doing Form. And Form, I thought I was going back to the trawler to help my dad out. But you swindled me apart and said, actually, Johnny, you're not going anywhere. You need to stay here and do the year. And so many things happened in that year, and I can't thank you enough for that. I met Liz. I met Paul, Haddam, and thank you so much for being part of that process and really consecrating our partnership with the practice. And then everything from the big shindig up in the lakes for our wedding to christening both of our kids. Josh is going to miss out, unfortunately. And the last thing, it's been such an honour to be one of your worship leaders for all these years. It's been so good to lead worship at a church that not only values but passionately goes after worshiping the Lord through song. And last thing for me, I will sign me up for any trip to Winterthur in the future. I'll happily come and be in your team.
I just wanted to add how thankful I am for your vision for youth and for the work in schools. I'm thankful that you have risen up leaders to take that forward. I'm really thankful for the home, the spiritual home that we've had in Sheffield, and the fact that our children have a spiritual home and they absolutely love their community within church. I'm just really thankful for the heart you've had for the next generation. Thank you, Mick and Tricia, for leading our church.
Have an amazing retirement. We'll see you about.
Hi, it's Sarah here from Community Church. I want to give thanks today for STC and the amazing church family there. It's where I began my journey to faith just a few years ago, when I just walked in one Sunday morning after just having a feeling that I wanted to go to church, and it's absolutely changed my life. I encountered something there that I've never never known anywhere my whole life. Just the welcoming environment, the inclusion of everybody, the worship, the support, the groups, the cell groups and clusters, sermons that have been so inspiring. It's just, I really can't say how much it's made. Coming to SDC has made a difference to my life, and I'll always remember it as being a big part of my journey in the first few years. It's where I first felt God's presence, where I first really encountered God and felt a connection with him. It's where I gave my life to Jesus, got baptized. There's so much, but it's an absolutely incredible place. And Mick and Tricia, the job that they've done there over the last 20 years, they've worked so hard, but what they've created and the legacy that they're leaving behind is it's truly amazing. So I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for all of us. And thank you so much, Mick and Tricia, for leading our church.
Hi STC Church family, I'm Jodie and I'm going to be giving thanks for my time in the church and especially the student weekend away, which has been a highlight of my time so far. It was such an amazing weekend in a beautiful setting. We had brilliant worship led by the students, amazing talks and testimonies from Tom, Clarissa, Alan, Helen, which were encouraging and challenging. And this was all brought together by the amazing team, including our student leader, James. We were introduced to projects we could get involved in, and the sense of community and fellowship together was so strong and really built over that weekend, which was brilliant. It definitely brought me closer to God than I have ever been before, and have continued to follow that. And I really feel this is a reflection of STC generally, with so much going on, the amazing team, amazing sermons and brilliant worship. And I'm so thankful to be a part of that church family. And thank you, Mick and Tricia, for leading our church.
Hello, Mick and Tricia.
Hi.
We just want to thank you. Thank you very much for what you have done for the church and what you have done for our family. You wouldn't believe the participation you have within our family. You have helped. You have helped us so much over the years. We arrived in the UK back in 2001, and for whatever reason, we end up going to St. Thomas. On the very first time I attended church, I was hooked. And we never stopped since. So thank you very much.
And then you became Christian.
And I became Christian then. Thank you very much. And all the best.
Yes, and thank you for everything.
Bye.
Hi Mick and Tricia, thank you for making St Thomas a place of nurture and challenge, and thank you especially for your passion and drive for inspiring our children and youth.
Thank you for leading our church.
Hello Mick and Tricia. More than 20 years ago when I walked into STC, I didn't know anybody, and the day I left I didn't know anybody as well. And now more than 20 years later, when I came to STC with my children, it was a different place. It was a church that was thriving and really invested in young people, in children. Thank you, Mick and Tricia, for your vision for this church and for the people of Crooks and Sheffield. It is an amazing place, and it has been such a joy to just come to church on Sundays. And also, the cluster group has been a place of growth, of fellowship, and of opening up. And this is all thanks to God's grace and your leadership, Mick and Tricia. Thank you, and I wish you both the very best.
Hi STC family.
I'm Caroline.
And I'm Chris.
We've been connected to STC for 10 years or so, since our daughter Liz came to uni, met Johnny Cassidy and persuaded Mick and Tricia to travel all the way to Cumbria to marry them.
We love STC. We love worshipping with our grandchildren and their parents, and we're so thankful to be part of a church whose leaders have placed so much importance on the younger generation, both in church and in the wider community.
From the very start, we were inspired by the vision and passion that Mick and Tricia have for the kids. We've been excited by the initiatives and the projects along the way, and so thankful that our children are growing to know Jesus in a vibrant and relevant church family.
As grandparents, we love to see how important family life is to Mick and Tricia. This is so close to our own hearts. And more recently, we've been so thankful for the love and care that Mick and Tricia have shown to us through Caroline's illness. We were aware constantly of the prayers of the team and have been so grateful. Thank you, Mick and Tricia, for leading our church.
Hi Mick and Tricia, it's Laura Thomas here. I came to STC in 2014 as a student and I stayed right through to 2018 doing form at the end, and after that I moved to London, which is where I am now, although it does look like I'm in a shed at the moment. I promise I'm not. I just love to share something by each of you that really inspired me whilst I was in Sheffield. Tricia, I always found your humble dedication to the running of the church so moving. Your tireless work in the background kept the cogs moving, and I don't think anyone really saw, and I didn't see until form, just quite how much you used to do. And I just think that servant-hearted nature that you have is so godly. And Mick, your real passion and genuine heart to see change and social justice by dedicating your life to Jesus is infectious. It spills out of you every time you talk, and it's why I settled at STC to begin with. Your faith as a couple is just so encouraging to me. Under your leadership, the student community was absolutely amazing. I made some of the best friends I've ever had and still have there. And that's where I met my boyfriend Andy. We've been together for over 3 years now, which is great. And yeah, St Thomas will always feel like a home to us. And thank you for welcoming us, and thank you for leading the church, Mick and Tricia.
Mick and Tricia, we just wanted to say a massive thank you. This is Estelle in Journey Cluster, and thank you so much for your faithful, servant-hearted leadership over the years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Tricia, thank
Thank
you.
you.